Okay, so hopefully you guys hear me. Oh, I hear echo. I'm gonna have to put headphones on 1 second. There we go. All right, let's put some headphones on. Check, check. Okay, cool. So I wanted to talk about this. One YouTuber. Let me get his name so I don't mispronounce it. 1 second. Lotus Tunes Academy. If you haven't checked his channel out, check him out. He mentioned this instant Afro um, plugin that's made by, I can't remember, but anyway. So check it out. He did a video called "This is a Must-Have for Afro House," and I like Afro House music. Of course, I can't make it, or I don't know how to make it. I'm not gonna say I can't make it, but the rhythms and things really pique my interest more than anything. And so this is a plugin that kind of gives you that. It does the MIDI, and if you see right here, it's a randomize. So pattern, swing, shift. This is your initialize or initial patch, and then you got velocity and note. So you can randomize all those features. I'm not going to go into grave detail of it. He does a nice job on his video. He also mentions this in Ableton, this kit. Now you can use it with any kit you want, but he said this one's a pretty good kit to use. So I got this one. It's part of the Ableton Live suite if you have it. It's the Zether percussion kit, and you can use the randomize button. I'm using the magic box setting, but you can use the randomize button to randomize these features. And so I came up with what I liked, and then I, kept randomizing until I found a rhythm that I like. So this is what I came up with, and then I recorded that in as a audio track right here. So this is what it sounds like. Oh wait, you can't hear it. Hold on 1 second. Settings. There. That should make you, or shouldn't, or at least I can't hear it. So if you hear it, that's good, but I can't hear it. So 1 second while I fix this now. See, Ableton Live is going. Microphone is going. Okay, let me see if I go to my settings. Should I put this on? External headphones. Okay, there we go. So I don't know exactly which tempo I should put for Afro beats like that, but I wanted kind of to use it and then do my own thing with it. So I don't. This is not an Afro beat song. It's just I'm using that percussion to try to create a rhythm in the song. Okay, and so that's what I did. Made a little rhythm here. It's pretty repetitive, but I'm just doing something different than what I would normally go for, just to explore what I would call sound fusion, which is fusing various things together like a gumbo, pot of gumbo. If you're from the South, you know what I'm talking about. Where we just put a bunch of stuff together and make it taste good, or make it sound good in this case. All right. So I added in some chords, and I used on the chords Keyscape, the Rhodes Classic amp, which I like a lot. On the bass is Trillion, as always. And then I wanted to put some horns, and I've been really into, let me go ahead and start that one. I've been really into using these augmented brass from Arturia. So check that out if you get a chance. Then I wanted to, obviously I put some drums in. So what I did to do these drums was I kind of match. If you go in here and look at the rhythms, you can see where kind of their snare, I'm gonna call it a snare, but it's not a snare, hits right there. So it hits on the 4 and then on a little bit before the 2. Okay, and that's kind of the rhythm. So I followed that rhythm with the snare. Here's my snare, a little bit, 1 notch before the 2 and then on the 4. And then speaking of, and then this is just a 4-bar, that I keep using. And then on the drums, the kicks, I follow 1 and then 1 that's slightly before the 1. See, all right, so that's it. That's pretty much all. The drums are simple. The hats is where I got a little more technical. I used the rhythm thing in here to generate the pattern, and then put an accent on the 6, and I'm using 1/8, which it doesn't really matter. It's a 16th in here. I could have switched it, but whatever, doesn't really matter. Okay, cool. So you guys get it. I'm about to play it for you, let you hear some of it. And then I wanted to do solos, so I did 2 solos over the over 8 bars. Actually, that's more than 8 bars, isn't it? Let me look. 17 to 32. I think that's 16 bars. But because the tempo is set at 140, it feels a little different. So you'll see. All right, so let's check it out. Oh, wait. I guess I should unmute everything else. Okay, so that's kind of where it gets a little repetitive. So it's probably, well, these are 4, 16, 32 bars before, so 16 bar solo, 32 bars total for this before it repeats. And then here, what I did, I always do this, is go in and play a totally different solo on the second part. So it's not repetitive, because I'm not singing, so. Got a little echo going on. On the bass, I followed the chords, but what I did was I went in and sliced up the long notes into just quarter notes, and then took the quarter notes and obviously randomized the quarter notes and then put some deviation on them, which I do that a lot on most stuff. Unless I play it all the way in, or like on a solo where it's only playing one time in the song, then I'll just play it all the way through. On the bass, I'll usually play it all the way through and then go back and maybe change the ending of each bass. Like if, for instance, the chords change on this section from this section, so I'll have a different bass portion here, or I'll drop the bass out, or whatever the case may be. So if you look at the bass, you can see how it's kind of very similar this time. It's a little bit different. So I'm not really, it's not a lot of variation, but this song is moving really fast. So, I mean, I don't usually work in 140. So the horns and the guitars kind of help to give it some space and make it feel like it's um, not just like, clustered too much. I guess that's the proper, I don't know the exact word I'm looking for there. But anyway, um, hopefully that makes sense. So this song would be somewhat almost completed. I'd probably do something on the outro and something on the intro. Um, and I don't like making songs that are just straight instrumental more than 3 minutes. So 3 minutes is usually my target time. I usually keep it below 3 minutes. I don't want the listener to get bored. I actually prefer to stay around 2 minutes, but in this case, since the song is 140 BPM and it's really fast, I'll probably do a little bit longer just to have a nice intro that's varied, and then an outro that where I can do something, like tweak it a little bit. All right, so that's it for this video. Just wanted to kind of show you me working on a song and what I've done. I didn't want to give you too much, because the idea is just pick and choose what you can learn from each video. You may already know how to do all this stuff and it's not a big deal. If you don't, these are some cool ideas that you can use. All right, that's the end of this video, and I'm out.